There's this thing that's been going around TikTok where it's someone wrote like the happy ending to Cyberpunk, and they drew a few like frames of what it would be, kind of like a slideshow of what happened. And David kills Adam Smasher, and he's able to save Rebecca. She wasn't dead, brings her to a hospital, and then finally he ends up on the moon with Lucy. And I see that, and everyone's like, "Oh, I love it. It's a happy ending to the story," and I'm like, didn't we get the happy ending? And I know it sounds weird with like almost everyone dying, but like let's look at the ending we got, right? So first, um, David dies to Adam Smasher. Uh, Rebecca also died earlier, a little bit earlier to Adam Smasher, and Kiwi's dead. Maine is dead. Rebecca's brother's dead. Uh, Maine's girlfriend, the big like Zarya looking girl, is dead. A lot of people are dead. In fact, I think it's Lucy and then the one guy with the cool mustache that's alive. I don't know like half their names, but they don't. Series isn't long enough for me to memorize them. The side characters. Uh, was it Falco? I think it's Falco, right? I want to say it's Falco for the guy with the mustache. Anyway, so it sounds like a bad ending, right? But why it's not a bad ending, why it's not a sad ending. Well, I don't think anyone's saying it's a bad ending. I just think they're saying it's like a sad ending. And why people are saying it's a sad ending is because everyone's dead and it makes sense. But when you think about it, they all died happy, right? So, like the first death was Rebecca's brother, I believe, and um, he was just doing what he loved, just talking shit, right? He's like, we got like our MW2 lobby, but in IRL, that was him, right? And he talked shit and he didn't even know he died. It was so fast. So, he died like as happy as he could be, you know what I mean? Uh, but that's like kind of one of the lesser ones. And then I do want to say like I'm going oh so okay, so next is like Maine. Maine died happy, like he died smiling, like talking to David and he's like, this is the end of the road. It was more about like acceptance, right? Like he was like, okay, this is what I brought myself to, uh this is like the result of my actions and I'm okay with that. This is what I always expected, this is what I signed up for, type of thing. And his like girlfriend was like kind of the same thing, like she died trying to protect him. And okay, sorry, I thought my dog was getting into something. So yeah, so she died trying to protect him, she died doing what she wanted to do, right? So far though, all those three characters all died kind of doing what they wanted to do or doing what they loved or with a smile on their face, right? um and then you get to, I believe the next death is Kiwi, and that's probably the only like actually like regrettable death someone had. And I don't know, it kind of makes sense because she betrayed them, so she got what she deserved. But then you get to Rebecca, and Rebecca died like cussing someone out and firing guns. Okay, there was no happier death for her. If you told her that she would have died in, like at the age of 80 in a bed, she would be extremely sad. All right, that is how she wanted to go out. Okay, that was the happiest ending she could have got. And not only that was she happy, she was doing what she loved, but she definitely accepted it. Right when David was saying like I want to go to the top of the tower, she's like she kind of like sighs a bit and she's like, all right, let's go to the top of the tower. And then right when she said that, she was like, I'm dying today, and she didn't care. She did it anyways because she's like in love with David or whatever. You know, so like of all the deaths in the show, Rebecca's was probably the least sad. But then next is David's, of course. I feel like I might be forgetting someone. I don't care though. And David also died doing what he loved. Fighting, like protecting someone else more than anything. He was protecting Lucy, trying to get her out, trying to get Falco out, I believe is his name. And he was happy. Like he died with a smile on his face. Like I have that scene, I'll throw it on the screen right now, but of him smiling as he's like and his like one eye is completely missing and everything, and he was completely happy. He was content. He knew all he also knew what he signed up for. And there was kind of the thing that was the moment he put in this, like he decided to put in the San Devastin. Excuse me. The moment he decided to put that in, he knew this was his ending. and that was like he was okay with that, right? And that was what he decided in that moment, and he accepted it. And I was actually just playing. I was playing the actual game Cyberpunk, just like yesterday, and I was in the like one of the more beginning missions. I started a new character where you talk to the Ripper Doc, the first one where you see him, and there's one of this like optional dialogue lines after you like get all your stuff equipped or whatever, and you're talking to him, and you're like, "Are you happy with what you have right now?" And he's like, "Yeah." At some point, you accept what you have, and when you accept your life is when you're the happiest, right? And like I said, with the exception of Kiwi, I think even she accepted that this was how her life was going to turn out. She knew that, but with the exception of like Kiwi, everyone died like extremely happy, like doing what they knew was going to happen to them at some point. And like if you think about it, Lucy's the last one. I guess Falco too. Falco's kind of like I feel like he was kind of like he's never the loner, but he went with the crew, but he was just kind of like on the sidelines doing his own thing, kind of. And so besides him, like Lucy is like kind of by herself on the moon, and she's probably has the saddest ending out of any of them. Like she's not with anyone. She like had the most chances of dying out of anybody throughout their lives at least, and she didn't. And she's still probably the most sad because none of her friends are dead. Her lover's dead. Or sorry, none of her friends are alive. They're all dead. And then her lover, her best friend, is also dead, because he was protecting her. And so when she goes to the moon, it's like at that point, I feel like it wasn't checking the dog in. I feel like her going to the moon at the end, it wasn't even really for her at that point anymore. Like it was always her thing that she wanted to go, but it became like her and David's thing where they wanted to go to the moon together. It was a thing for them. So she went to remember him, and when she like saw him there, or imagined him there or whatever, like she was happy for a moment that because and I think why she was happy is because she was able to realize that David died happy. And that was what David had accepted, and he wanted to protect her. And so she wasn't gonna like live her life sad that he was gone because that's not what he would have wanted. And they're kind of showing in a visual way that David will always be with her. So, you could call it a tragic ending, and people are gonna continue to call it a sad ending, but was it really sad? Like nearly everyone died happy, and if they would have died 80 years from now, would they have died happier than they died at that moment? Would anything have changed in their life? Would they have lived more? Like they all like went on these crazy adventures. Does damn notifications? Does more adventures would it mean anything at that point? Like was there anything more for to occur for their lives? Like I think Lucy's the only character that really had more to explore in her life, like more to realize like why she wanted to live or what she wanted out of life. So I don't think it was a sad ending, right? It's a happy ending. I don't know if you agree or not. Let me know in the comments. But that's my 2 cents. And if you joined that, if you enjoyed the video, thanks for watching. Make sure to leave a comment, like, and subscribe for more content, more juicy anime content. I do I do a lot of One Piece content, but I also do a lot of other anime content in general. So thanks for watching. Stay slippery. Butter out.